Hey everyone, it's Xant. So we got some more news, which means more talking, so let's just get at it. Gacha first. We have the enhanced Double Z Gundam. Piloted by Judao Ashita, this is an upgrade of the Double Z Gundam, if the name wasn't a dead tell. ZZ, Enhanced ZZ, Anyways, with more armor and improved thrusters to offset said armor, and the armor having a beam-resistant coating on it, this sucker is a mobile powerhouse. While we're not quite at the full armored Double Z yet, we're almost there. Oddly enough, it's never shown when Judao actually was upgraded to this version of the Double Z, as the main series skips enhanced and goes right to full armor. So what kind of firepower does it get with all this new exterior stuff? Well, it has a Vulcan turret set, it has 2 hyper beam sabers, or beam cannons. They're beam cannons when attached to the backpack and beam sabers when they're in the hands. It has a high mega cannon, which is mounted in the head. 2 wing shields, those are just on the arms there. It has 2 18-tube missile launchers, and they can actually hold 2 missiles per tube, so it's like more, 36 missiles overall, which is pretty cool. And a double beam rifle. Now I wonder what the specs on that beam rifle is going to be. Hopefully not 1.6k shot. Haha, cheap jabs. Now our last gacha machine, the Nu Heavy Weapon System. Now the base form of this suit, the Nu, showed up in a side story of Char's counterattack, Beltachika's Children. Now, due to the fact this hasn't appeared in any Gundam series thus far, unless you're really on top of things, you probably never even knew that this version existed. Now, I'm going to get this out of the way right now. The little back funnels remind me of that purple and white striped candy corn. Alright, moving on. Now the Nu is an alternate version of the Nu. It's not an upgrade or anything, it's not even a side grade. It's what we typically imagine these kind of things to be, so it's just something to keep in mind. So what does this very different look do for firepower? Well, it has a Vulcan turret set, a beam Gatling gun, which is stored in the right forearm, 5 beam sabers, 1 in the left forearm, 2 on the back binders, and 2 on the front skirt subarms. Now the ones that are on the back can actually emit a blade from the bottom, Darth Maul style. It has 6 fin funnels. This has offensive and defensive options just like the Nu. 2 shoulder missile launchers, 1 chest missile launcher, a hyper mega rifle, and the firepower of this is equivalent to several battleship class mega particle cannons. It's actually a modified beam rifle. A new hyper bazooka, and a hyper mega shield. It has 2 mega particle cannons attached onto it. Alright, time to talk welfare. Now since every Sokai up to now has given us the welfare pilot as well, I'm going to talk about both this time. So Strike Noir finally found its way into the game from Seed Stargazer. Does this mean we might also see the Blue Duel and Verd Buster? Heh. Now, this suit is based off the Strike. It's a heavily modified machine, and it belongs to Phantom Pain, an Earth Alliance branch. The Noir is actually a striker pack, as much as it may look otherwise. Personally, I've always liked this machine whenever it's been added to games, as it is usually really fun to play. I hope that translates over to GBGW. So, firepower. Well, it has an Eagle Stellan turret set, which is expected for any Strike variant. It has 2 shorty beam rifles. Now, these are pistols. I don't care what this wants to call it. I don't care what anyone wants to call them. They're pistols. It has 2 beam blades, a twin linear gun, and 2 beam rifles. Now, these are also optionals, but I'm expecting them to kind of be added in at some point or another. I don't know if we have dual beam pistols yet as a weapon type. Maybe I know we have dual swords. Don't know about dual pistols yet. So we'll see. The suit also has a built-in rocket anchor. Maybe we'll see some form of gap closing from it? We just gotta wait. Anyways, pilot time. So we'll start with the pilot of the Strike Noir, Sven Kalbayang. He was orphaned and eventually adopted by the military, being trained by Blue Cosmos to hate coordinators as per their doctrine. Okay, now I say adopted, but he was more or less abducted. It seems the relative he was staying with was coerced to give him up to the military. Now Sven was one of the few who managed to not cave in to the Blue Cosmos brainwashing, but he still ended up fighting tooth and nail for Blue Cosmos under the Phantom Pain Special Forces group. Now, he's committed war crimes, to say the least. but at least he isn't a full-on Blue Cosmos whack job. Trade-offs. Now, a lot like I did when we had the Stargazer event, I'm going to say again, I recommend watching Stargazer. Our next pilot is Fa Yuri, coming from Zeta and Double Z. The girl next door archetype lives on in her, as she's more or less a carbon copy of Fra Bo from the OG series. Now, she started off as a supporting character, and eventually underwent training to become a mobile suit pilot. Her and Camille ended up a thing. It just took 4 Murasame dying to get there. And our last stop on the new content drop is the pilot Garad Ran, pilot of the X, X Divider, and Double X. This thief turned altruist turned hermit had his life turned around by a girl named Tifa, and subsequently had it torn apart by being around her. Now, he started his grand adventure by stealing the Gundam X, and getting his ass handed to him by a couple of veteran mobile suit pilots. He ended his adventure by firing the Double X's twin satellite cannons and vaporizing the Frost Brothers, the antagonists of the series. Not a bad ending, actually, when you think about it. So with that, I've covered all the new machines and the pilots we're getting this coming event. Hopefully the Sokai has something you want. Rates are increased during Sokai for 4-star parts. You're better off rolling these than the normal banners in between. If not, saving's always a good idea. We also have the premium material shop opening after this event ends. I will be doing a video talking about what parts you should pick from it, a lot like the last one I did, but I'm going to be updating it with a lot of the new stuff and fixes that people pointed out, because we made a lot of dumb mistakes making that original one. What do you expect? Anyways, peace out guys, I'll see you in the next one.